Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of D-arts Charizard from Pokemon. Ha! Thought I was gonna say Common Rider, didn't you? Probably not, I'm just being weird again. Anyway, so continuing the D-arts Pokemon line, which is very cool. The first figure we got was Mewtwo, now we have Charizard. So very, very cool. Charizard is a very famous Pokemon, obviously. Even if you're not a fan, you probably know him. A lot of people's favorite, one of the more iconic Pokemon. He is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's a very generic favorite, but he's not, like I said, he's not my absolute favorite, but he is one of my favorite Pokemon. And I have quite a few of them spread out through the games. So anyway, needless to say, I was very excited for him. So anyhow, without giving my past history, I was about to go over all the Charizards I ever owned and their levels and attacks, but that would probably bore you. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over the packaging and then actually move it out of here because it's actually a big packaging. That's what she said. Sorry about the that's what she said jokes in recent reviews. I've been watching a lot of Office lately. Anyhow, so this is the packaging. You got a picture of Charizard here in kind of black and white. Sort of a light orangish color going on throughout the whole packaging. In this circular sort of almost flame pattern. It says Lizard on here, which is his Japanese name, but I'm going to call him Charizard because he's Charizard. Then it says D-arts here. On the side here you get a cool, shiny, like silhouetted image of him. On the back it shows you some poses you can get him in looking like a badass. Look at him, he's like, Psh, I'm Charizard. And then you can see a little silhouetted image of him over here again, and like the image from the front kind of continues. And on the bottom, silhouetted image. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The top continues that. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of here because it's kind of big. So here's what you get with it. Obviously, you get Charizard here. Look how awesome he is. He's Charizard. And then you get a stand and a fireball. So the stand is pretty much identical to the Mewtwo one. It's just a Pokeball, which is cool. And then you get this little thing to prop him up on. I'm not going to use it. And then you get this flame effect for if he's doing like flamethrower or whatever, fire blast, I don't know, whichever one you want to pick. They change the effects around in the anime so much. And the way you display it is, you don't be a complete idiot. Where's the damn hole? Again, that's what she said. Oh, here, it's on the bottom. You take the piece off that you would use to hold the figure, and then you do that. God dang, I can't do anything right. Okay, there we go, that's ready. I'll show it as if he's looking like he's attacking in a minute, but it's ready. Anyway, unless I'm completely forgetting something, that's all you get with him. There's no extra hands or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get on to the main event, which is our buddy Charizard himself. I'm going to reposition the camera a bit. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm now blinking. I'm now blinking again. Now I'm zooming in. Now I'm zooming out. Anyhow, here's Charizard. I think he is a very nice looking figure. I thought that they got the way he looks down perfectly. You can see a lot of his articulation, obviously, which is a bit of an annoyance in one sense. Like you can see it all over his arms and his neck and whatnot, and his wings. The wings are a little better camouflaged, but that's an easy thing to overlook because obviously you're buying an articulated figure. If you didn't want an articulated figure, you probably hunt down a statue or something. So that's just a minor thing to look over, but otherwise I think he looks great. I think they got the colors of him very well done. They did a good job on him, the sort of orangish color of him. He looks like he just popped out of the anime, but with articulation. So very well done here. The head sculpt looks really nice, looks very accurate. They kind of got his sort of stern look going on. Like I said, the colors look very good. The wings look good. They do camouflage very nicely. I think the articulation a little bit better, at least in my opinion. Here's his tail. That was weird. I don't know. I just thought that would be funny. You got the flame effect on the end of his tail here, which is nice. So overall, look-wise, very nice. He's a very nice size. Just a very nice looking figure. Articulation-wise, you got quite a bit going on. You have your little ball joint here for some great all-around movement. You got swiveling here. You've got this sort of ball elbow joint here for some great movement here. It's basically a double joint, but some great movement. You can swivel around his hands. So basically, he's like, hey, hey, hey. Anyway, lots of movement around here. So very nicely done. His neck, obviously, you can see there's lots of joints. You got one on the base of his neck, swiveling on the middle of his neck, a ball joint here for his head to look up. You can open his mouth, which might have been being shown at the beginning of the review. So that's cool. And this is the first ever Tamashii figure I've had with tongue articulation. You can move it side to side and a little bit up and down. So that is a very cool, possibly unnecessary detail. I'm not sure how to feel about it, but I think it's kind of neat. As you can tell, the wings are articulated. They can swivel around here, right here, so you can move them up and down. You've got a nice bend joint here. a nice hinge joint here, a bend joint. So you can get them in a variety of poses, so very well done there. His legs here are on kind of a large ball joint so they can swivel around. Obviously you're not expecting too much because of the nature of the way his legs are. You do have a swivel joint here, a swivel joint here, so you can get some okay poses in his legs. They're the most hindered, but that's just the way he's supposed to be. His tail here, not too dissimilar from Mewtwo's, has lots of different little articulation links, so you can move it around in various positions. You're going to want to be careful when you're moving it just so it doesn't pop out, but so you can get the variety of movement there. But yeah, overall, very well done. All the articulation is right where it's supposed to be. You can get him in some cool poses, and use tongue articulation. So now let's do this. Look. Look. Everybody look. Looks like he's shooting the fire. So look. Look, damn it. Oh, so but anyway, very, very cool. I am a bit biased. Like I said, Charizard is one of my favorites. But I think it's a very, very good figure. And partly because I like Charizard better, but partly I just kind of like him better than Mewtwo. I just think he's a really cool figure. So if you are a Pokemon fan of any kind, in particular that of Charizard, I definitely recommend it. It's a really cool figure, and I just really like it. I mean, there might be some slight problems with some people with like seeing the articulation, but given the fact you're buying an articulated figure, I mean, but overall, very, very cool. I really, really like it. So like I said, definitely recommend it for any Pokemon fan. Very cool, I like it. I'm just going to say that. Very cool, I like it. Very cool, I like it. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the crazy podcast of Writers, Rangers, and Rambles. Until next time, it's Awesome Writer, signing out.